everybody, and welcome to the Entrepremommies Show.
Hello.
I'm Tiffy.
And I'm Nicole Flamer.
Hi, guys. We have a new exciting show for you today. We want to say hi to all of our new listeners and watchers. Of course, you can see us on YouTube anytime you like, and you can now listen to us on so many new platforms. We are now on iTunes. Yay! On Google Podcasts, and we are also on iHeartRadio and many other podcast platforms. So we are so very happy that you guys now get a chance to listen to us, whichever platform that you really choose. So which is so great. I'm so happy.
Yeah, just look up Entrepremommies, and there we will be.
We are everywhere.
Yeah.
We're real now. You can say Google me, because when you Google me, that's the first thing that comes up.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So, how was your week, Nikki?
Oh, my week was interesting. I am still working with staffing issues, so we'll just leave that there. Working those things out. Let's see. Oh goodness. My week was my week. I don't have anything it's funny because some weeks are really go, busy. Some are like in between, and some are just like, is it Friday? Is it Thursday? What day is it? I don't know, So today, I would say this week for me was kind of some goal setting and just some outlining of the rest of the year, looking at what I have in place, and then trying to figure out what needs to change, what's it going to cost me to change it, and whether I need to rehaul or start over. So that's kind of where I've been this week, just like reviewing things. But business is business. Can't complain.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
My staffing issues kind of worked itself out this week for me, because as I think I talked about before, I hired like an assistant. So this is which is different for me because everyone has a job that because of their job they're getting paid, where this person's a little bit different. So for me, for him, I was a second job, which I felt was perfect. However, due to his first job and the holiday season, he was kind of taken away from me. So, but thankfully we're out of the holiday season and he's back to only working a couple days a week at his regular job.
Okay.
And so he now needs to work for me, to help with his bills and whatnot. So I'm very, very happy. I get my employee back. And I get to work off of his youthfulness, because I feel like that you should always surround yourself around different people in your work environment. I like having a younger person, having a person my age, and a person even older than me, because you can pull so much information from everybody, because I don't know everything and my perspective may not be right.
That's true.
So got that going. It's been a busy week. I got interviewed for a podcast called The Online Success Journey. When that comes out, I will let everybody know.
Okay.
I'll be, by the time this airs, I would probably have a new video out about the bulk community event that I'll be attending.
Okay.
So we have that going on. Have a few other irons in the fire. So as those things keep coming up, I will let you guys know. This 2020 is going to be a good year. I already feel it.
You get into being. That's right.
Yes. So what we're going to talk about today is, well, it's been in the news for a little bit, and we didn't really discuss it on the last show, but now that it's been in the news and things have been reported a lot, I kind of want to break down this Harry and Meghan story. So if you're not familiar and you haven't been watching the news or the gossip sites, Harry and Meghan they've announced that they are going to be stepping back from the senior royal duties. Now, they're not saying, we ain't going to be princess and a prince anymore. They just kind of said, look, this whole monarchy thing, we ain't trying to do that.
Right.
We just want to raise our kid, live in Canada part-time, come to the UK when part-time, and live our life and make our own money.
Right.
You know, I don't see a problem.
I don't either.
You know, after a while, you get tired of living under grandmom's thumb. You know, he's a grown man.
Yeah.
You know, he started his own family.
Yes.
You know, he married a beautiful, smart, intelligent woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who had her own career before she met him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't see anything wrong with it. But what got me thinking was how they set themselves up before they made the announcement.
Yeah.
So if you got a 9-to-5 that you know you can't stand,
mm-hmm.
and you're like, I gotta get out of this job. I gotta work on something, and you may have a feeling about a side hustle. What we're going to talk about is we're going to look at the steps that Harry and Meghan took before
mm-hmm.
the announcement and work that into how you can do the same thing. So
right.
The same way that they told the queen, look, we're going to do what we want to do, you can do the same thing to your job.
Yeah.
Okay? So one of the first things that they started to do, if you notice, especially Meghan, she really started to do things that represented her personal brand.
Mm-hmm.
So before she met her husband, you know, she was I would say a humanitarian. She really cared about human rights and was really all about that, which is kind of reminiscent really of Princess Diana.
Right.
And that's what she was into before she met Harry. She
mm-hmm.
continued down that path to align herself with those things while she was over in England. Right. So if you take that on for yourself, you need to start working on your personal brand.
Mm-hmm.
Or the branding of what's going to be your product or service or what business you're trying to get into.
Right.
And you can still do this while you got a job.
Yeah.
Easily done. So people figure out, okay, well, how do I make myself a brand? All right. Well, one thing you got to do is have a social media presence.
Right.
I mean, it's 2020. If you don't have a Facebook page, a Twitter, or an Instagram, at least one of those, no one don't believe that you're in business.
Right. Right.
That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And that's simple to do.
With creating like a social media presence, like if you have your personal page, you can start cleaning that up, you know, and just start like taking out the extraneous stuff. I mean, when Facebook first started out, you know, you'd have like what movies you like, what books you like, that kind of stuff. If you're going to move to a personal brand, you might want to start like getting rid of some of that stuff, start setting your privacy settings different so that certain things are public and certain things are private. And then if you're just starting the process before you do a full-blown business page, you could just, you know, just keep certain posts to, depending on what kind of business you're going to be, because part of it is if you're doing like a service, like you're a crafter or something, well, then you want to start putting pictures up of the things that you create, because you're not selling them. You're just exposing your network to what you do on the side. So, you know, clean things up a little bit to start off with.
Yes, that's a very good idea, because some people forget that, like when did Facebook start?
Oh,
maybe
God.
I can't tell you how long ago, but you know, if someone goes down your Facebook page and sees some of my old Facebook posts,
right? Yeah.
Well, I was just talking, because you know, I was just talking. I had no thought process of what I was trying to say. Or you really sometimes, but I remember there used to be glitches sometimes at Facebook where you thought you were messaging someone, but you actually ended up putting a post.
Yes. Yep.
Like, oh, I didn't mean for all y'all to read that.
Right.
All 20 of my friends back then. And, so a nice Facebook audit, that's a very good idea. Get that cleaned up now. Because I'm one of those people, I'm not really, when I used to work a 9-to-5 job, the people I work with were probably not my friends on Facebook. Only a few, just a few. And I didn't advertise where I work because they didn't pay me for that.
Right. Yeah.
Now, if that's your career and that's what you want to do, advertise where you work. That will be helpful. But if your thought process is, I'm getting out of this, no, you don't have to advertise where you work. Are they paying you for that?
Right. No,
they not. Okay. So that's one thing to look at. And the other thing that, of course, Harry and Meghan didn't have this problem because, he's a prince, so he got money.
Right.
Is you have to think about money. I've read different places where they talk about saving up 3 to 6 months worth of your expenses.
Yes.
Now, if it was me, I'd be saving more than 6 months.
Right.
That's just me because I'm worrywart. And I'm going to look at, okay, it's going to get hot. It's going to get hot. And I like to put my air on. I don't want to walk around my house with 20 sweaters on in the wintertime. And, kids don't eat air. No. And, you need to get those things in order of, okay, I am going to be working for myself.
Right.
What's going to happen healthcare wise if you don't have any other options other than your current employer? You need to start looking at your state's websites for healthcare, like Plan, and you can you can save for that and put that in your budget. Now, granted, you may not have what the exact price may be, but the one thing that is nice is now that you're a business owner, they're not going to really look at your W-2s when it comes to that stuff. They're going to look at how much money you make, profit. Right. So in the beginning, we all know you don't make no money, not normally. Right. So that's actually a good thing. So the price that you may be paying for your healthcare costs may not be as much as you think they will be, especially when you're dealing with a business. So, but those are all things you got to keep in mind. So prepare. So if you prepare, if something happens later, you can't go, oh man, I shouldn't have left my job. I should have stayed there for them benefits. Right. Okay. This way you can prepare because we don't know what's going to happen.
No. You don't. One other thing you might want to consider too is you might want to change jobs. Even if you want to go into a different field, you might want to take a job that's in or more in alignment or that can teach you something to help you with your business at some point. So, a perfect example might be if you wanted to get into food service, so you got a winning recipe and you want the world to taste it, then maybe you should work at a restaurant or work in a kitchen to see how things, and they're going to teach you because you're going to be working for them. So you're going to learn how to work in a commercial kitchen. You're going to learn how to measure things and stuff. Cooking in your kitchen is different than cooking in a commercial kitchen. And you can learn all that while making money if you want to move from now, if it's a demotion or whatever, okay, then maybe you do it part-time, But if you've got the time and the flexibility that you can take on a part-time job in the field that you want to start a business in, then you should do it because that's basically, I want to say, learning for free. You're trading your time for dollars, but you're making some money and you're learning a skill that you're going to use to promote yourself. So,
that's a wonderful idea. I've had with my cleaning business, with the commercial cleaning, I've had people that wanted to purchase franchise, work for me, so they could learn, and maybe they didn't have all the money up front. But they figured if I get a job with a franchisee now, then I'll understand the business. When I'm able to buy, and those were the best employees because they were learning. So they wanted to get all the information, get everything right, so that when they bought their franchise, they knew what to do.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And you could always make that a second job
Mm-hmm.
if it's an industry that you can work part-time in.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you could think about is, okay, I'm working this part-time job to save for when I run my business and I don't have my first job.
Yep.
So you can use that extra income as your savings for the next, you know what I'm saying, for the next couple months, for when you decide to leave your 9 to 5. And no one says that you can't have a part-time job while you're working your side hustle.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
You never know what it could lead to.
That's right. I have had a million jobs. I've had a million jobs while building on my own personal stuff. I've worked some places. So, so it's I always look at everything as a learning experience. And, because this is what you got to also remember when you start a business. You are the customer service, the dishwasher, the
janitor.
The janitor. So,
receptionist.
That's right. So
HR.
You're proud to try to figure something out, because it's all going to be on your shoulders at the end of the day anyway. I mean, even if you hire people, at some point you're going to have to play different roles. So you might as well get practice in it already. Especially if you're the kind of person who's been in the same job for years and years and you don't have anything but experience, but you want to expand. Definitely take some side jobs, some side hustles, some side things so that you can get comfortable with learning. Here's one of the things that I learned from an HR person about, because I have varied experience. So I think it's one of the last jobs I did is I was like, yeah, I've done a lot of things. She's like, well, I look at that as a plus, because that means that you can learn new stuff. So if you can learn new stuff, you can transition that into anything. You don't have to be stuck in something that you've done for the last 20 or 30 years. Learn something new and start small. Get a part-time job learning something new, and then prove to yourself, hey, I can do this. I can learn this. I can do my dream now. I've got the confidence to do that. So, yep.
That's good.
Yeah.
Listen to all that good stuff, Nikki.
Yeah.